Okay, so my battery light is flashing, so I hope I have enough time to do at least one 1 hour video on this. Okay, this is going to be the ultimate Skyrim challenge. I have to do this again now, okay? Now, the only races you can be in this challenge are a Nord, Red Guard, a Breton, and an Imperial. I myself am going to choose a Nord, okay, and I'm just going to name it, you know, the ultimate challenge, you know, kind of thing, alright? So let me see, okay, next we got to go with this. I'm going to take a female. That looks like a pretty good preset to go with there. That looks pretty good. Lower her weight. That looks pretty good. I'm not going for perfection here because we're doing, like, you know, the run here. That looks alright. She's got green eyes, that's pretty good. I don't know why my game is messed up like this, you know. So let's hope that's a good one there. Let's hope that is too. That looks pretty good. Let's go with that. I'll just put something at the end of this. Well, that is as far as it can go. I'll just put a number at the end of it.
You picked a bad time to come home to Skyrim, kinsman. Captain, What should we do? She's not on the list.
Oh, and we gotta change the difficulty here too. It's already on legendary and no save states. Okay? So no saves.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. At least you'll die here, in your homeland. Follow the captain, prisoner.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was that?
Nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites. As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the eight divines upon
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over.
Learn up as you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
So this is a requested video, by the way.
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the door to the rack.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy. What in oblivion is that?
Sentry, what do you see?
Now I gotta remember the controls to this.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? Bring us of the end times? We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
Now we're not here for the story.
There you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something.
And we want to remove the quest markers.
For these bones.
There's an old fast traveling in that too. We'll get to that eventually. We're just taking stuff to
See if one of these chests has a bone. Get that armor. Get that sword a few swings too. Let's keep moving. He's still out there.
going to make a quick save for now for time's sake, right? But we want to speed run this as best as we can.
Hold up now. Someone there? If you want to die, selfish.
Good thing we quick save there. Man, it's been so long I forget the pattern that I did to get out of here. Not bad for, you know, not remembering how the heck to play this game in the first place. So we're not going to take the Guardian Stones. We don't do that, okay? We're going to take this river here because it's easier, and we can avoid the walls and that kind of stuff too. So we're just shooting the route that's all the way down to Riverwood. And now comes the chopping wood part. So now I want to go over the rules, okay? Alright, so here's the rules. Alright, so no quest markers, turn those off. We're not going to be using this at all, right? Okay? So there's, we got to go to the map here. Okay. There's no using the map, there's no fast traveling, okay? No guardian stones, we didn't even stop by there, okay? But there's no guardian stones, alright? You take the path like I showed you there all the way to Riverwood. We chop up enough wood to make enough money to go to Whiterun. We take a carriage from Whiterun to Windhelm, and at Windhelm we find the boat that takes us to Solstheim, which is where our adventure begins, okay? So now I'm going to go over the rules with you here that I have written down, and then we'll go through everything else too in that too, okay? So it's called the Ultimate Skyrim Challenge. You're sent to Solstheim for 40 years for hard labor because you're a murderer or come up with a backstory yourself, right? But you're a hardened criminal, okay, alright? Put it on legendary difficulty, no leveling until you get to Solstheim. Play until level 41, you gotta serve 40 years of hard time. No fast travel, no map, no quest markers, no followers, no guardian stones, no alchemy, no perks, no magic, no racial bonuses. No mining, no chopping wood except for at the beginning here to get started, okay, alright? No standing stones, no enchantments. Have to accept the consequences of your actions. So if you get caught stealing and go to jail, you got to go to jail. No saving except in Raven Rock and in school. No shouts, no powers, no amulets, no blessings. No alchemy, no blacksmithing, and so on, okay? So we're going to go over the skill tree here, okay? So there's no magic at all, so none of this, none of your racial effects or anything like that, okay? No spells, alright? When we get to Solstheim, we're to dump everything that we have, okay, alright? And there's no fast traveling. And once we leave here, we're not to use the map at all. We're not to go back to the mainland here in Skyrim until we've done what we're meant to do. So we're going from Riverwood to Whiterun, take a carriage, to Windhelm, take the boat to Solstheim. Okay, that's what we're doing there. All right. Okay. Now in terms of our skills, all right. No to anything magic at all. So let's do this. No alchemy, no illusion, no conjuration, no destruction, no restoration, no alteration, no enchanting, no blacksmithing. You can get a heavy armor. You can do blocking. You can do two-handed. You can do one-handed. You can do archery, but no stealth archery. You can do light armor. No sneaking. You can do lock picking. You can do pickpocketing, and speechcraft levels automatically. No to doing the perks. So you cannot do the perks at all. Okay. There's no leveling until we get to Solstheim. Now you notice I call this the Ultimate Skyrim Challenge 2, as in number 2. Okay. Because I'm sure I got this already. Okay. So there's no to magic at all whatsoever. Okay. When you level up your character, you can level up health or stamina. That's it, okay? You're not to do alchemy neither, alright? I think we covered that, alright? So, that's basically it. We're sent to Solstheim for hard time, okay? For hard labor. So let's just chop up some wood here so we can make some money. I think we need like about 280 gold in total, and I think we get like 10 per, so that's like, you know, 5 for each one of those, right? And then we're just going to sell the wood to Buddy over here so that we can go to the island, because it takes 250 for the boat, and I forget how much it was for the carriage. So we want to make sure we have enough money, so we're going to chop up, like, let's say enough for like 300 gold, you know. Okay, so that's 10, 20, 30. So we'll do this about 10 times. So that's 10. That's 20. That's 30, so that gives us 60 altogether for money. We're not allowed to have followers neither, so no to followers, okay?
I would stay away from him if I were you.
And this will be 90 here. So basically we're going to do this like about 10 times, right? So that's like a 4 times right there. Oh yeah, and also you have to accept the consequences of if you're over encumbered, right? Then that means you cannot move, you cannot defend yourself, you have to drop something. So when you become over encumbered, you cannot move, okay? That's another one of the rules too, is that when you become over encumbered, you can't move at all. Even though Skyrim allows you to move, over encumbered means exactly that. You can't do nothing, okay? So a few more times here.
Well enough, I suppose, for another village.
So we were sentenced to Solstein for hard labor. You can't do the amulets like Amulet of Mara or anything like that. You can't do the blessings. So if you find blessings in that, you can't do enchantments if you find them. You know, no cheesing this, guys, because if you do, then you're just cheapening the experience yourself, right? So hopefully my battery and my camera lasts here. If it doesn't, we're going to have to do this in separate parts, you know, because it's flashing for some strange reason. I gotta get some new rechargeables. Mine are shot. So I think a couple more we should be good. I think we need about 280 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. You gotta accept the consequences, so you can only save in Raven Rock and school. We start off in Raven Rock. We're not there to do quests or anything, we're there to serve hard time because we're a hardened criminal. If you get caught, like, you know, stealing or something like that, then you have to accept the consequences, you know. No fast traveling, no map markers, nothing. Okay, let's see how much we got here now. 48, that should be good.
Your business is honest gold or honest work.
240 gold. Okay. We'll chop a little bit more here. We'll do 2 more, because then that'll give us 300. Just to make sure we got enough money to do what we need to do. And there's no leveling until we get to Solstein. And then whatever we have on us, we're to dump at Solstein, right? So we're completely naked. And then remember where we put the stuff so that we don't pick it up, right? So next is to take off to Riverwood. Or, yeah. No, sorry, Whiterun. Next is to go to Whiterun.
At least honest gold or honest work. All right.
Yeah, that should do it. Okay. Now, there's no saving until you get there, but I'm just doing this for time's sake. We're just going to do a couple of quick saves here, you know. We're not here to level anything, so we're not going to get into the fight. We're just going to avoid it by running like the Dickens. And now we just want to go to Whiterun Stables. Then we're going to take the carriage to Windhelm.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Windhelm's only 20.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
So this will tell us how much gold we need. So we need 20 to get to Windhelm.
Let's hurry up.
And then I think it's 250 for the boat. So we need 270 in total. Actually, I want to go down here and swim across. And it's already on legendary difficulty. Okay, we want to go for that patch of ice over there. And then hop on to the side up here. I forgot to run and jump. Okay, if I can catch it or not. There we go. Now I want to find the guy in the middle here. Should be this guy right here.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Gallup. If you're looking for passage to Solstein, I'll give you a fair price. Not many people headed over there these days. If you ask me, I can't blame them. Things aren't what they used to be out there. They still pay me for supplies and passage, and I can always use the coin. Still interested in heading over there?
And it's 250. So 250 for the boat and 20 for the ride, so that's 270 gold we need. Okay? And then we're going to dump everything when we get there. And that's where our adventure begins, right? Our whole thing, okay? And this is the ultimate Skyrim challenge. This is like the hardest thing you can do in Skyrim.
Welcome to Ravenloft. Just be careful here. Things aren't what they used to be.
If you have any questions, post it in the comments down below, and I'll be glad to answer them for you, right? If you get stuck with anything. I'm going to do this with gameplay so you can see me doing it, so you can see what you can or cannot do, and you see me applying it, right? Okay, now we're not here for the story at all.
I don't recognize you. So I'm
Okay, so now we want to pick a canister to put our stuff in. So I'm going to take this one on the far right. Right here. Okay, and we're going to dump, we'll take the ash in later. Okay, but we're going to dump everything in here, okay? So okay, and we're allowed to take the ash in because that was in there, okay? Now we remember that's where we were. Now we're going to create a hard save. This is Raven Rock, so this is where we start, okay? Alright, we can make food. I forgot to say that, so we can make our own food. So now we're going to do a hard save. Alright, we can make our own food, okay, that we can do. We don't do alchemy, but if we were to steal any of this stuff and we get caught, then we got to accept the consequences. Okay, I'm going to show you what we do and don't do again here. So we don't do the map here, we don't use this at all. We don't fast travel, we don't use we can't go back to Skyrim until we're done here, right? So we don't use this map at all. We turn off all map markers, all quest markers, everything like that. We don't use any quest markers at all, okay? We make a hard save, and everything that we do here matters, okay? So if we get caught stealing, that's it, you're toast. Now, no to blacksmithing, okay? No to smelting. You can't use the smelter. You can't improve your weapons or armor, so none of that too. You're not allowed to make your own equipment or that. So no blacksmithing at all. No alchemy at all. No wood chopping. We just did that to get here, okay? So even though there's a place up here to chop wood, no wood chopping. There's a mine right here. No mining allowed. Okay, you can go into the mine, and if you find ore, you cannot mine it. But if you find it, then you can, sell it and that kind of stuff, right? Okay, all right. But otherwise, you're just basically scavenging. Now you're probably wondering, what's a good start to this? I'm going to show you right now. Okay. Alright, I'll show you a good start to this. Okay, so what you want to do, ideally, is go out here, and usually there's like a person out here that has armor or something, right? So we can loot the corpses, right? So you might find the, and you can see my character's totally naked, right? Okay. Alright, in our undies. And we haven't leveled anything. Okay? And again, if you have any questions, be sure to ask me, okay? Alright? And you already know what you can level and what you can't level. And now it's just explore. Okay? Now I do believe that if we can get by these guys here, there's a guy here with armor and that, right there. Now we can only, like, you know, save in Raven Rock, so now that we got some gear, we want to go back to Raven Rock and save it. Okay? So I'm trying to give you ideas here, suggestions on how to get a start, right? So now we're in Raven Rock safely. Now we can equip all this stuff that we just got. So we got arrows we can do, we got a bow we can do, we got a sword we can do. I gotta remember now, how do you so we're gonna sell that because we don't do alchemy, right? How do you favorite? Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Awesome. Now I'm going to save this. Now we can get into some stuff here. Now, two things you can do. You can either go this way, and sometimes we'll get some action up here. But there are none. Try to aggro these guys over to Now we don't want to hit the city guards because if we do, they'll throw us in jail. We're out of arrows. We're in town so we can quick save. Okay, so now we can harvest all this here.
This activity reported.
Now there's a bunch more right there now. We have to be careful here not to get hit. So we're off to a really good start so far. Now if these guards die, we get more off of them too. We're not here for the story. Let's see what we got here. We don't read books, so you're not allowed to do books because they have skills in them, and you're not allowed to do skill trainers, okay? No trainers, no skill books, okay? And with these things here, like the ore and that, you can't smelt them, you just sell them as is, okay? So now, another way I like to go is this way. And remember, if we become over encumbered, we have to pay attention to that. So our carry weight's at 98 out of 300 right now. We have 4 gold, okay? We have to accept the consequences of our actions. So if we get stuck in a mountain somewhere fighting somebody, yeah, you're stuck. There's no fast traveling, okay? There are pearls around here, so I should actually scour this. So basically we're scavenging here, you know. You can make your own food in that too. Remember, you can only save in Raven Rock or Shoal if you can get to Shoal. Oh, gotta put a sword there. There we go. So we're going to use the bow and arrow here. And there should be some people up here. We want to snipe. No stealth archery. No stealth at all. Missed him. Gotta be careful. We only got 17 arrows. So you know what? We might have to take a chance and aggro these guys. There's one. Now, if we have food or if we have potions, we can use it. We're not allowed to use ingredients because that discovers stuff, okay? Not allowed to use books neither. And you're not allowed to press the button to fast time. So, in other words, you can't do this. Okay, so you can't go in and wait, right? You can't wait to heal yourself, right? You have to do everything like real time. Now we're really in trouble. There's no crouching or anything either. One shot and we're dead. We're down to 8 arrows. But basically what we want to do is clear out this whole area. I'm going to go back and come back later. We got one of them, so we got to go back and loot the body once we get all of them there. But we got some stuff here we can sell. So yeah, we could go into this place here and make food. Ah, here we go. Now there's people out.
You haven't seen Precious Corellius, have you? No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Precious...
But we're not here to do these quests and that.
I'll pay you for the trouble. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything this speeder needs.
Looking for any potions? Ah, so you're an alchemist then.
You can buy potions, but you can't buy, and you can buy food and that, but you can't, oh, we need salt piles though, in order to make food. No books neither.
buy anything? Or just a lot?
Just what you see here.
So he has some iron arrows. We are using Elven right now, so we might have to go to that. We'll see. You can't do things like this. Like if you find things with enchantments on them to buy or that, or you find armor, you can't use anything with enchantments on it, okay? So you can't use like robes of restoration or anything like that, or ring of illusion, or, you know what I mean, right? You can buy potions for health and for curing disease and that, and stamina. And you can buy food, as well as you can make food, but you don't want to buy books or that, because we don't want to. And there's no skill trainers, right? Because we don't want to up anything like that, you know. We can get lockpicks in that too. We're going to need some of these actually. Let's take some of those. Let's go to the other guy there and find out how much it's going to cost for arrows here.
Find my picket. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
And then we can go back and fight them again. So see, we can't take the blessed iron dagger or anything like that, right? So the best we can get off of this guy is steel arrow, which is better than iron. Iron does 3, or sorry, okay, that does 10, that does 8. So let's see how many of these we can buy. We have 190 gold, so we can get 31 of these. That's awesome. So now we're going to make a quick save here, and then we're going to go back and take on these guys. Finish what we started over here. And this is like just how you get a start to this, right? If you have any questions on that, like if you find any standing stones or that, don't use them. You know? This is meant to be hard. It's not meant to be easy, you know. No followers,